Today, my friends, we're going to step out of our comfort zone, not far, and we're going to learn this. It's called Gymnopedie number 1. Don't ask me what it means, I have no idea. But with my idiot-proof paperwork, you're going to be able to play something that you probably thought you weren't able to do, something that was outside your skill set. This is the piece, and we'll chat a bit more in a minute. It's called Gymnopedie number 1. Of course you know it. Part 1, and so it continues, but we'll do that later. So you're all up for giving it a go? If you are, download this. Now, classical guitar is not as complicated as you think once you know where to put the fingers on the left hand, okay? And the right hand is very, very simple as well. There's not much picking in this. It's most of the best most great music is simple anyway. All right, so download this. For those new to the channel, this is your fretboard. Clearly, these dots here represent where your fingers are going to sit. We'll do part 1 of this today, all right? And if I get enough views, we'll do part 2. I'll put all the paperwork up anyway, so all the paperwork will be there now, all right? Under here, these are your string numbers that you will play. Anything that's on its own, you'll play as a single string. Anything in a bracket, you'll play those particular strings together. So, for example, on the first chord here, you'll play a 5, and then together you'll play 3, 2, and 1. So let me just demonstrate what that is. So the first shape is here. We know that because we're looking at our little piece of paper. Download before you start this, by the way, or have a screen so you can see it. So it says an A major 7th, and at the bottom it says 5, then 3, 2, and 1 in a bracket. And underneath that you've got the beats because it's a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's got the 5 over the 1. And then it's got 3, 2, and 1 over beat 2. And over beat 3 there's nothing. So it's 1, 2, 3. I can do that. I can hear you say. Second shape, 1 finger across 3 strings at the 4th fret. Alright? It's an E major 7th. And we're going to play, it's underneath that particular shape, it says 6, 3, 2, and 1. And of course you're plucking these 3 strings with these 3 fingers. Now, for those people who have never done any picking before, finger 1 will look after string 3, finger 2 will look after string 2, and finger 3 will look after string 1. Don't forget we count from here, from the E string, top E, up. Everything's back to front on guitar, isn't it? You say top E, people go to that one. All right, so we've played the first 2 bars. Let's do it again. So concentrate on this hand first. 5, 3, 2, and 1. 6, 3, 2, and 1. Now have a look at this hand. Okay, just to see how easy the shapes are. 5, 3, 2, and 1. 6, 3, 2, and 1. And you'll notice that the next 2 shapes are exactly the same. So altogether, page 1 sounds like this. Count it as a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I can promise you now that just playing that little bit will turn heads. People will immediately recognize it and say, I know that. You trust me, just do it. Now, if you like what we're going to do, press the thumb, you know, the like thing, because it does not help the channel. It really does. Or better still, share to whoever you like. All my paperwork is mine, and I'm giving you permission to share it to whoever you want. So if you know anybody else who wants to try and learn this sort of stuff or anything else on my channel, please share it. And thank you for those donations to the channel as well. They pay for all my tea and coffee. Right, so we've done the intro, page 1. On to page 2. Now this is where the melody is introduced. And if we just break it into little bits, we won't have a problem. If you look at the first shape, again, it's an A major 7th. It's a little bit different because a few little bits going on. We're going to play a 5 on beat 1. Then we're going to play 3, 2 and 1 again over beat 2. And then it's telling us to add a little finger to the first string at the 7th fret. You'll see on the diagram quite clearly where that is if you're not sure. Can you see? Dum, dum, and it tells you to add that finger. So when I say it's idiot proof, or I'm not talking about you as the idiot. I do these for me. This is how I learned to play all this classical stuff. Because I'm not a classical guitarist. I mean, I can play it. I can play it pretty good now over the years, but I can't read a note of music. I can't read a note. You know, but that's not stopping me from playing up to grade A classical stuff, and I don't want it to stop you either. All right? This is important. This is why we should do this. So let's do that again. 5, 3, 2 and 1, and then string 1 on its own. Da, da. Onto the second shape. We'll notice the shape has changed now. So we've got this finger here, and our second finger is on the first string at the 5th fret. All the finger numbers are marked. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can't go wrong. It says underneath that 6 and 1. Then it says 3, 2 and 1 together. Oh, sorry, there's the first. No, sorry, 6 and 1 here. And then 3, 2 and 1, it's telling us to take off the second finger where it is at the moment. So we'll play 3, 2 and 1 with that off. And then it's telling us to play string number 2. 1, 2, 3. So from the beginning of that page, we've got melody coming together. We're going to leave that finger where it is, and we're going to put string finger 3 on string 3. It's not difficult, this, once you know what to do. 5 and 3 together, and then 3 and 2 together, and then it's telling us to add our second finger to the second string at the 5th fret. Alright, I'll go over it again in a minute. I'll play that shape again. 5 and 3, 3 and 2 together, then the 2 on its own. Again, just for those new to this method. There we are. Can you see? Anything in brackets you'll play together, you can't mess it up. It's impossible to cock it up. Alright, and this is showing where your fingers will sit. This is what tablature doesn't show you. And then the final shape on page 2 is a nice easy one because we've already played it. It's 6 and 3 together. How do we know that? Because it's in a bracket. And then 2 and 1 together to finish that particular melody line. Should we play it again? I struggle to play things really slowly because I'm so used to playing them at tempo. So forgive me if I stall now and again. Okay, so page 2 is done. All right, I'll take it from the top before we get into page 3. So from page 1, with a nice intro, that'll get the heads turning into the melody. And then onto page 3. Now we're going to put these 3 fingers, we're already here, we're going to leave them where they are, and we'll put these 3 fingers here, like a little mini bar chord, all right? Sometimes you might see me playing, well, let's look at what it says below. It says 5 and 4 together, and then 3, 2 and 1 together. So it will sound like this if you've got all the shape on. So we were there, and now we've put these 3 fingers on here, like a little A minor shape. You're actually playing the chord, it's an A major 7th. Okay, 5 and 4, and then 3, 2 and 1. Sometimes I'll play the 5 and 4 first, and then add those. You know, there's lots of ways of doing it, but you could. It's easier for you at this stage to just, as you were there already. I'll just pick that up again. 6 and 3. We put these fingers on. Play 5 and 4. 3, 2 and 1, and then back to the intro again. 6, 3, 2 and 1. 5, 3, 2 and 1, 6, 3, 2 and 1. All right. So from page 2. Beautiful, isn't it? Page 3 is done. We're almost done now for the first half of this song. Then we start the melody again. Now when you get to page 4, it's what does it say? Right at the bottom of page 3, it says repeat page 2 up to an asterisk. So you're going to play page 2 again, and when you get to the asterisk, you're going to play this bit instead. It's easier if I just play it. So we'll start all over again. We're going to go dum 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 dum. Then we're going to move on to page 4, which is 6 and now there's a little bar chord here, but don't panic because you haven't got to play all the strings together. You've only got to concentrate on the notes we want. So we're going to, it says 6 and 2. Again, remember the rule of the fingers. 6 and 2, then 4 and 3. Then we go on to our next shape, which is a C sharp minor. We drop this finger down and put this one here, and then it says 5 and 1, then 3 and 2. Then we move to the 2nd fret, and don't forget we're only playing fragments of the chords because we're not strumming. 6 and 4, 3 and 2. That's the F sharp minor, and then we're going to play an F sharp minor 7th, but in inversion you probably don't know. You're going to play this shape. Alright, now when you get to that last shape, I always find that it's easier if sometimes they're a little bit cramped. You'll play you look at the shape and it'll show you all the fingers on here like that. However, because it says we're playing 4 then 3 and 2 and 1, we could actually play the 4 to start with, and then while that's ringing out we can put the other 3 fingers on and play those separately. Alright, not separately, you know what I mean. And then onto page 5, you'll notice that's the end of page 1. Alright, so there we are, end of page 1. So this is what we've got. Intro. We start the melody. Melody again. Then we do the bar. E minor. And that's where I want you to get up to. After that we go into this section. Work on that bit myself. We can do that next week, or I might, if I get enough views on this one for this particular first half, I'll throw in an additional lesson. Wednesdays is more for beginners, but if I get enough views on this, we can get stuck into the second half of the piece. I'm not going to do it all now because I'm not even sure how many people are going to want to do this, and I don't want to waste a load of time, my time or yours, rattling through it to find out that only 4 people have watched it. Okay, but if I get enough views on this first half, I will do a tutorial for it. Where are we today? Saturday. I'll do it on Tuesday or Wednesday or something. I'm doing the Wednesday one is for the beginners. I'll do it before Wednesday. If you show me that you want to do this by hitting that like button and getting people to watch it, then I'll get stuck into part 2 and we'll finish the whole thing off. All right. But the reason I'm doing it is I want you to believe in yourself that you can play some of these classical pieces, all right? Because most people shy away from it because you either got to learn to read guitar music, which I can't do, as I said before, or tablature. Now, tablature won't give you the information. You know, it won't tell you where your fingers go. You know, it'll show you what the notes are, but it doesn't give you the... When you see tablature, for example, in a book, and it might have 3 2s together, or 3 2s, one slightly after the other, 2 2 2. You'd go like this probably. But really what it's telling you is it's an A. How would you know that if you didn't know about guitar, you know? Anyway, Gymnopedie number 1, that's what it's called. I hope you've enjoyed that lesson. I've done other classical stuff on the channel, you know, even Cavatina we've done that, which is a grade 8. This comes in around grade 5, I think. But it's a great one to start with. It's well known. Have a go at it, and as I said before, please share it to all your chums and all that sort of stuff. As I say, everything on the channel is free. You won't pay for anything. I'm going to put the whole thing up now, so if you click on the blue link below, you can download all your paperwork to follow it through. And I shall look forward to lots of views in order that I can put part 2 up straight away. All right, so but that's up to you. I'm going to leave it to you. Thanks for the donations to the channel, very much appreciated. As I always say, buys the tea and the coffee. Right, the sun is shining in England today for a change, so I'm going to go and have a look at the blue sky. You take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye bye.